The Rangers management seem happy with the title defence so far, 3 wins out of 3. Celtic kept up their winning start too, despite having Aidan McGeady sent off. And Chaba cheers up a little bit as Hearts pick up their first point of the SPL season. The third weekend of the campaign saw Mark McGee's old team Motherwell head for Pittodrie. Dundee United looking to stay unbeaten at home to Falkirk, Celtic facing a tough test at Hibs, Kilmarnock against St Mirren, Rangers at home to Hamilton, and Hearts looking to get their show on the road in Perth. Rangers were odds-on to maintain their strong start to the campaign, especially with Pedro Mendes fit to play. Gary Mason was new to the team for Hamilton.
Now it's with Mendes. Fine pass forward, there's no offside, a chance here for Davis! Hamilton have survived, wonderful opportunity for Steve Davis. The pass from Pedro Mendes set him clear, Hamilton caught square, should have been punished. Bit of space now here for Davis on the left. Papac well forward, back it comes to Davis again, another chance. Well, you could argue he took that with the wrong foot. It was set up for a left foot shot at goal, but Davis didn't seem to trust that. This is Davis. Well, that's a fine pass. Here's Whittaker, what a chance for Rangers. Superb finishing by Stephen Whittaker. But he'll be the first to acknowledge the quality of the pass from Davis. Well, it's been threatened right from the start of the match. Rangers have been probing patiently. Thomas Czerny has been equal to everything so far, but he could do nothing about this. Now just look at this. Pass played inside Welsh for Whittaker's rifle shot. That's great running by Whittaker, such a fine athlete, and a deadly finish. That's quick and elusive, that's good play, and then caught in 2 minds, I think. Retrieved by Naismith for Papac. Off the head of Mensing. Boyd's strength paid off. 2-0 to Rangers. Well, here was a good play from Miller initially, then he was caught in 2 minds, fumbled the ball back, but it was retrieved well by Naismith for Papac. Now off the head of Mensing. Now defenders have been very upset to lose that battle. Boyd was very strong and determined, had the eye for goal and steered that beyond Czerny. It's a very good header under pressure. It almost sneaked in. Lyle forcing a very good save from McGregor. Saw the opportunity, fired it in there. Good save by McGregor. Davis again. That's a very good angle ball for Naismith. That's Boyd! Oh, a superb play from Rangers. Well, it was all about the initial pass to release Naismith on the left. It was top class build-up play once again, and Chris Boyd, the perfect man to set it all up at the end. That was the key ball. Excellent cutback. Decisive finish. 3-0 to Rangers. Davis finding Whittaker well forward again. Guerra once involved, goes past him. That's good play. Oh, simply superb. Brilliant play by Stephen Whittaker. Plays a superb 1-2 with Davis, and then bends that round Thomas Czerny in at the post with his weaker foot, the left. This is top class play. That's an error there by David Weir. Here's Leon Knight. Consolation on perhaps for Hamilton. He looks up, Knight. He'll have to do this himself, I think. Oh, he tried to do just that. He's won a corner kick, but nothing else available to him. He's all on his own. Rubiales now with a corner. Well, that's a fine header, it's in. Very good header there by Mark McLaughlin, and Hamilton have opened their account in the league this season, and there's the reaction of their supporters. Well, this was a very fine attacking header by Mark McLaughlin. He really wanted to get to that, and McGregor could do nothing to keep it out. Well, McLaughlin will feel a lot better about that in view of the fact that Chris Boyer muscled him for Rangers' second goal in a similar situation.
Aberdeen against Motherwell was eagerly awaited, with Mark McGee's new team up against the side he'd managed for the last 2 years. The action, though, failed to match the build-up. Motherwell winger Jim O'Brien had won a penalty the previous weekend in similar circumstances to this. This time, on the end of Stephen Hamill's long ball, his appeal was knocked back. A good decision, O'Brien hit the deck, but Gerald Eiffel's challenge was innocuous. Eiffel's former Swindon teammate Lukas Jutkiewicz is on loan at Motherwell from Everton and could have celebrated his debut with the opening goal, but the 20-year-old's header from Hamill's cross was well off target. Left-back Hamill was replaced by striker John Sutton after half an hour, and the substitute had an early chance from Ross Forbes' free kick, but he had to step back for the header and it flew too high. Aberdeen's first half was forgettable, but substitute Michael Payton livened them up after the interval, and when his shot was blocked, Charlie Mulgrew found room for a curling right-foot effort that was the home team's serious attempt on goal, maybe their only one. There was just time for another half-hearted penalty claim. Aberdeen's Lee Miller was more than hopeful if he thought this brush with Motherwell defender Stephen Saunders was penalty material. A goalless draw at Pittodrie. Danny Cardimarteri is a big favourite with the Dundee United fans already. New signing Kjartan Finnbogason hopes for similar status with the Falkirk supporters. In from Danny Swanson, as Dundee United look to apply some pressure. That's Scott Robertson, back with Swanson, lovely change of pace, flapped out by Olejnik, and what a chance for David Goodwillie. And it was Carl Finnegan on the line to Falkirk's rescue here, as it seemed certain that Goodwillie would give Dundee United the lead. Scott Arfield for Falkirk. Looks to play, and Ryan Flynn keeps himself onside. What a chance! And what a save by Nicky Weaver. That could be vital for United. The former Manchester City goalkeeper making himself a big barrier to Flynn as he sprinted through the middle, thinking he had a great chance to fire Falkirk in front. Prince Boisben picks out Danny Swanson. He's being allowed an awful lot of room. Here's Danny Cardimarteri! 1-0 Dundee United. Brilliantly set up by Swanson, although no great pressure on the ball here, but terrific vision from Swanson, who picked out Cardimarteri, and that's his third United goal. A top finish, and United are ahead. Rolled out by Weaver to Dillon. Cardimarteri gets the break of the ball. Swanson, Goodwillie is in with a chance here. 2-0. A big question mark over Robert Olejnik's goalkeeping here. Beaten at the near post, but Goodwillie not bothered about that as he stretches Dundee United's advantage. And again, it's Swanson with the assist. McDonald's overhead kick. Good touch from Finnegan. Finnbogason, and the flag stays down.
Kjartan Finnbogason has his first goal for Falkirk. Lots of composure from the Icelander, the former Celtic youth striker, rounding Weaver and tacking that one away for 2-1. No offside, and he took full advantage. Marketa, good bit of skill, and that's a good ball in, and Finnbogason not far away. Frustration for Falkirk, it stays at 2-1.
Kilmarnock fans were shocked to see no Kevin Kyle in their team to play St Mirren. The skipper has undergone knee surgery, so Irishman Connor Salmon has to take on added striking responsibility. The early signs were good as Salmon leapt for the header, then raced onto a perfectly timed pass from David Fernandez and placed a shot wide of Paul Gallagher for 1-0. That was after only 4 minutes, just the start Killie wanted after being mauled by Motherwell the week before. A desperate offside appeal by Saints was never going to be upheld. Struggling Kilmarnock keeper Alan Combe will go under the knife soon, but he was pressed into service against St Mirren. Even a half-fit Combe was unlikely to be beaten by an optimistic angled effort from Billy Memmott. Combe had no chance with the equaliser 3 minutes after the restart. Gary Hay made a hash of the header. Andy Dorman whipped the ball across goal, and Stephen McGinn volleyed home for 1-1. Top finishing from the Scotland under-21 midfielder to get Saints right back in the game. Lots of control about the shot, all square at Rugby Park. Striker Salmon was the man most likely to turn 1 point into 3 for Kilmarnock. Lots of venom behind this strike at goal, but Gallagher solidly behind it. Dorman, having had a hand in Saints' leveller, played a part in their winner as well. His ball into the box, missed by Memmott, but bags of time for McGinn to take aim and beat Combe again, this time with the help of a deflection off Tim Clancy. That was 20 minutes from time. 2-1 St Mirren after an impressive second half showing, their first win of the SPL season. Celtic expected their biggest domestic challenge so far at Easter Road. A question mark over the future at Celtic of Scott McDonald. Goalkeeper Graham Stack on debut for Hibs.
Celtic building patiently. Samaras and Maloney touching it on cleverly to McDonald, and space for Aidan McGeady, and McGeady couldn't keep it down, eyeing the target.
Well, it's good play from Celtic here. Samaras picks it up and drives in. He will look to do that. What he's looking to do here, Scott McDonald, I think, is try and play it in front of Aidan McGeady there to give him a chance to run onto it, because it's behind him. He then has got a decision to make. You can always see what he's trying to do, cut inside and whip it into that far right hand corner.
There's Danny Fox, and the header by Samaras, a thumping header as well, and off the top of the crossbar.
Should score, simple as that. Should be 1-0 to Celtic. What a great ball this in from Danny Fox. What a peach of a cross in, it really is, because it's got so much pace on it.
Hibs with possibilities. Craig quickly out to that far side. It's Kevin McBride and Riordan, and McGeady was backtracking. Now what's the referee going to do here? The card is coming out. The Hibs fans want it to be a red one, but it's yellow for Aidan McGeady.
No, the Celtic players were getting back, and you know, I think it was always going to be a yellow card. It was actually a little bit unfortunate, but because the ball was behind Riordan here, he's had to, you know, stop in his stride.
Tense moments at Easter Road. It's Derek Riordan! It wasn't so very far away, and Riordan knows it.
Well, the keeper's not getting here, it's as simple as that. The only difference is it just doesn't, it gets a little bit too much whip on it, a bit too much purchase. Boric is not getting there, another foot inside that and it's in the back of the net.
McGeady. And Nguemo. Now space in an attacking position for Andreas Sinkohl, and Samaras for Celtic. His first goal in the SPL since December of last year.
Well, they haven't defended crosses into the box at all well. I spoke about it from set pieces, and Sol Bamba's complaining to his colleagues, but he's got absolutely nothing to complain about, because he has to get the right side of Samaras here. But what I will say is, what a wonderful ball fed in from Hinkle. There you go, that's how I like them if you're a striker.
Rankin giving it to Derek Riordan. Hit with real ferocity and stinging the gloves of Artur Boruc.
Well, Aidan McGeady's furious because he gets caught in the hop here, 2-1. He's alive, but nobody else is, and they can only be in the faintest of touches here. But again, I think that's for the second time Celtic caught sleeping.
Almost 13 minutes into the second half. Gibbs in pursuit of an equaliser, and Bamba! Well, heroism flashed in front of his eyes for the second week running.
Well, it is Chris Hogg that makes a nuisance of himself here, and you can see Danny Fox sleeping at the back post.
McGeady tearing forward, and again he had Hanlon for company. It's a second yellow card for Aidan McGeady. Well, a big decision here by Dougie McDonald, and that dramatically alters the equation.
I think there's contact there. You know, is Dougie McDonald suggesting that Aidan McGeady has dived, bearing in mind the week we've had with, you know, obviously Eduardo and that incident against Celtic? But certainly from that angle, it looked to me as if Aidan McGeady was clipped at full speed. Well, we'll have a look at it from this angle here. Now, watch the leg come out. He'll be an official, eh?
Now it's Wotherspoon! Oh! It looks certain to go in. Boruc throwing himself at it. My goodness.
Have a look at this, folks, because it's a wonderful strike. It is in the corner all day, and Artur Boruc, a keeper making a save like that, is worth his weight in gold. Absolutely brilliant.
Rankin with the corner. Riordan and Boruc again doing it off.
I think that save was a little bit more comfortable than the one he made from Witherspoon, which was exceptional.
Hanlon misjudging it. Cadiz and Killen! Rasping shot, and Stark had a contribution to make in his first SPL match.
Yeah, good save. I'll tell you what, Cadiz has done well running down that channel since he came on. Been in behind quite a few times. Trying to give the goalkeeper the eyes here. Chris Killen whipping it across to his right. Keeper does well in the end. It was pretty comfortable in the end for him.
Riordan. Rankin getting caught out, and Brown's away. Samaras. Celtic could finish it here. Giorgio Samaras. But Stark keeps Hibernian in it.
I suppose you say, well, from a striker's point of view, you've got to be selfish, but you know, the keeper's out on the angle. If he just pops that across to Scott Brown, and you can see him there having a quiet word in his ear, shall we call it.
Hibs will have their own views on that subject. 1 minute into added time. Wotherspoon! Mixed up at the back by Celtic. Sonama reaching out. Just couldn't get a boot on the ball. A helter-skelter finish here at Easter Road. The Hibs have battled. They have scrapped their way through this game. They've had the numerical advantage for most of the second half. It's Celtic leading, however, it's come to Sol Bamba for Hibernian, and Boruc covers it up. That might just be the last statement by Hibernian.
Well, there wasn't enough pace in the ball for the header to go, and well, it fell to the wrong person. Simple as that in Bamber.
Just like Rangers last week, Celtic have prevailed in the capital with 10 men. All their fighting qualities coming to the fore in a tempestuous second half. Artur Boruc with a couple of incredible saves, one in particular to deny David Wotherspoon a candidate for save of the season.
Hearts were still pointless in the SPL as they tackled St Johnstone at McDermott Park. Not the start Jambos fans expected after third place last season. And in the first half at Perth it looked as if they were in for another defeat as St Johnstone dominated from Graham Gartland's cross. Murray Davidson had his first chance to score. The threat of Davidson from midfield was a recurring problem for Hearts. The 21-year-old former Livingston player should have opened the scoring here. Dave Mackay's cross, Kenny Duker knocked it down and Davidson missed with the goal gaping. It was one-way traffic. The worry for Saints was they hadn't yet converted their superiority into a lead. Hearts winger Suso incurred the wrath of St Johnstone fans when he appeared to spit in the direction of Danny Granger. He was later taken off, and manager Csaba Laszlo, despite not having seen anything, said the reputation of the club had to be protected. Midway through the first 45, Davidson finally did find the net. A powerful header from Mackay's cross, which Janos Baloch had no chance of stopping. More joy for Davidson, who scored Saints' first goal back in the SPL. St Johnstone well on top and Hearts lucky to be only one goal down at the break. The Tynecastle team had to be better in the second half, and were. Christian Nade forced a mistake from Stuart McCaffrey and claimed he'd been tripped in the box by Saints keeper Alan Main. That prompted a furious response from the veteran Main, who insisted there had been no contact and Nade had dived. That view was echoed by referee Mike Tumulty, who booked the French striker for what he saw as a theatrical reaction. Almost on the hour, Hearts squared the game. Jose Concalves heading home Craig Thompson's free kick. Suddenly the whole complexion had changed. Hearts started to believe they could turn the match around. In the first half, they'd seemed down and out. They went ahead 4 minutes from time after a brilliant break from left-back Lee Wallace. He beat 3 players as he burst down the touchline, and when teenage Lithuanian substitute Arvydas Novikovas had his shot saved by Main, David Obua gleefully hammered home the rebound. Hearts had become a team transformed, and Obua looked as if he must be the match winner. Surely there was no way back for St Johnstone as the game went into stoppage time. 2.5 minutes had been added when St Johnstone sub Martin Hardy curled in a sensational late equaliser. There was barely time to restart the match after this. A spectacular finale, and no more than Saints deserved. So heading up the weekend winners are Rangers. Chris Boyd scored twice in the defeat of Hamilton. Dundee United came out on top against Falkirk. Danny Cadamarteri netted again for the Tannadice team. Stephen McGinn scored both St Mirren goals as the Paisley team got their first SPL win at Kilmarnock. Celtic's Aidan McGeady was sent off at Easter Road, but the 10 men still took the points. And Martin Hardy starred in the Late Late Show at McDermott Park as St Johnstone drew with Hearts. All the results goalless between Aberdeen and Motherwell at Pittodrie. Dundee United beat Falkirk 2-1 at Tannadice. Celtic 1-0 winners at Easter Road. St Mirren took the points at Rugby Park. Rangers beat Hamilton 4-1 at Ibrox. St Johnstone and Hearts shared 4 goals at McDermott Park. The Old Firm leading the way in the Clydesdale Bank Premier League with maximum points. Dundee United next best on 7 out of 9. Hibs of 6, Motherwell unbeaten on 5, Aberdeen and St Mirren 4, Kilmarnock 3 points, St Johnstone 2, Hearts off the mark, but Falkirk and Hamilton still pointless. After the international break, Celtic against Dundee United sounds good. Hearts play Kilmarnock looking for their first win. Rangers are at Motherwell. It's All Saints Day in Paisley. And it's Falkirk versus Aberdeen. All that SPL action to come next time.